a Blue All-Stars victory on the girls' side of things, and here we're off to the men's division as well. We've already got a 2-2 ball game. Appreciate you joining us here on SUVtv. It's been great all-star festivities hosted here by Miller Grove High School. Athletic director and boys basketball coach, head boys coach here, Sharman White, always rolling out the red carpet, hospitable as usual. And the red carpet definitely deserving when you look at these players that are here on the court today. Have earned all DeKalb County honors, and you see that one splashed through there by number 11. As we take a look at the rosters here. Number 11 is actually Najee Kemp. No, correction, that's Jalen McMillan. Sorry about that. You've got some of these players that have the same numbers. So we'll make sure we distinguish who's who. It should be easy when you look at the level of talent and level of play we should see in this one. It's a 5-2 ball game after that three-pointer was knocked down there by McMillan. Got a flush there on the other end. That was Desham During. So During's deuce makes it a 5-4 game early on. Study long, study wrong there off the mark. Here comes Lamont West the other way, behind the back, stops. Long rebound goes out of bounds. So that's going to send it back over to the Blue All-Stars. And try to work it inside. Looked like that shot was partially blocked. I believe Lamont West got a hand on that. Won't be his first time doing that here at the Purple Palace at Miller Grove, playing here on his home court. So the Blue All-Stars ready to inbound the ball. They'll get it in. There's Chris Jones of Stone Mountain with it. He'll pull the three-pointer. Off the mark, long rebound. Dish by Jalen McMillan. Finish by Makai Henry. That's one way to start it and one way to finish it as Henry snatches down the rebound. Blue All-Stars looking to push. Reverse off the mark. West with the rebound. He's getting coast to coast in a hurry. During already had one above the rim play. Looked like he got a little crossed up there. As Bryce Brown, one of the Tucker representatives here in this game, earning a trip to the free throw line. Getting a little bit of a ribbing there from Tyrell Johnson. So that's going to send Bryce Brown, the Auburn commit, to the free throw line. Brown, a very talented player, can score at multiple levels. Not only can get it done from outside, but very athletic. Had a great season over there for Coach Hartree and the Tucker Tigers. 7-4 ball game. Floater, and the bank's still open even though it's after 5 here on this Thursday. And that one was knocked down by number 12, Tyon Turner, representing Redan and the Raiders. Unable to get his second three-pointer of the game there was McMillan. So the Gold All-Stars will have it. Here's Boykins. Boykins turning the corner. SWAT team called there by Makai, but reinforcements in the form of Tyon Turner. So Turner gets another bucket, first off the floater, this time off the offensive rebound and the putback. Tyrell Johnson gonna try the three-pointer. Nothing but string music from Johnson. Johnson, a long player. You know, Look at his ability to finish on the inside, but when he can shoot it like that, McMillan smacks that one out of there. Then comes over and finishes with the reverse. Like the start that we've seen from Jalen McMillan so far. Early three-pointer, block on one end, comes with a nice reverse on the other end. 8-12 ball game in the process. All the way to the cup there, count that one for number 5. That's Kashawn Warren. They had the alley on that part, the oop nowhere near coming to fruition. Here's During. Tries to flush that one too hard. Turner there to pick up the pieces. So we've got a 12-12 ball game. They kick it out. McMillan. McMillan, he came here to really show exactly why he's an all-star here at the festivities. Off the mark there on that three-pointer. Getting back and knocking that one out of there, Deshaun During. During definitely showing that leaping ability. Finished with the flush earlier. There he's able to swat that one out of bounds. Still inbounded up top. Get it over to Brown. 15-12 ball game. Brown with it. Pulls it. Money in the bank. First time you see it this game, more likely than not, it won't be the last. Thurman with the skip pass. That three-pointer's off the mark there. Long rebound's going to be tipped over to Brown. Brown with the flush. Thurman going to try the three-pointer. He's off the mark. Going to have a couple substitutions. We'll show you some of the top plays from this quarter once we hit the quarter break. About 1:45 and counting. Brown, they're giving him a lot of room for a fella that's shown he can hit that shot at a high clip. Man down on that one as he makes it a 23-12 ball game. Boykins with the step back. Bryce Brown says no, sir. Three-pointer off the mark. Offensive rebound brought down by, I believe that's Kenneth Lewis. Another offensive rebound. Here's Turner trying to work on the inside. Takes it right at the big fella. No good on the shot. McMillan going to try to get it going again from 3. It's been a good first quarter for that young man there. Jalen McMillan representing the Rams of Arabia Mountain very well. It's Kenneth Lewis. Gets on the board there with that three-pointer. Brown pulls an NBA range three-pointer. What can Brown do for you? Exactly that. Brown going for the steal there. You can see how the adrenaline might get going a little bit. He's seen a few of those threes go through, got a flush. You know, you can come out playing defense regardless, but nothing picks up that defensive intensity like being able to score a few. Boykins being aggressive here on the inside. Instead, they'll kick it out. Ice cream from the outside, Kenneth Lewis. Young man knocked that one down very easy like. Brown, guarded by Boykin. Boykin is a Miller Grove Wolverine, so defense kind of comes to heart. And plus, Bryce Brown is really giving this team a reason to kind of check him out there. As we look back at some of the top plays here in the first quarter. First one, the big fella from Columbia, Makai Henry. Next one that we'll look at is Tyrell Johnson splashing that one from the corner. Next replay, McMillan, Arabia Mountain stand up. He's definitely representing his program well. Big reason why they have an 11-point advantage here in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter, I should say. And then Deshaun During, he had a dunk, and here he goes above the rim to smack that one out of bounds. During out of Druid Hills. And then we've got Bryce Brown. He had a very good first quarter as well, as we see him rattle in that three-pointer. So we appreciate you joining us here on SUVtv as we're ready to get the second quarter started. As you can see, an 11-point advantage for the Blue All-Stars. Lamont West looking to change that ASAP. He worked hard for that bucket, and he got it. Makes it a 20-29 game. McMillan still looking to go to work. This time the floater is no good. Long rebound. Pull it down. That fall away three-pointer in the corner is off the mark. As West had his path cut off there by Bryce Brown, loses it out of bounds. You know, all of these players made the game by being competitive, but you can believe any Tucker Tiger is going to go at a Miller Grove Wolverine when given the chance to do so. Then again, that applies to all of these programs and teams that are represented, including that young man, Jalen McMillan. I've said his name 20 times here to start the broadcast, and every name mentioned has been well-deserved as he makes it a 20-32 ball game with his most recent three-pointer. Cleaning up the glass there on the inside. That's Christopher Roberson representing Lithonia. Lithonia had a very good season as well. Solid program, covered them in the Peach State Classic hosted by Ravel Williams. There back in early January. Ryan Thurman representing SWD, also known as Southwest DeKalb for those not from the area. Here he'll try to follow it up with a three-pointer, can't get it to go. Roberson able to pull it out of there. West takes it right at Henry. Henry gets the piece of the first one. West too long, too strong on the inside. Gets the second attempt to go. Brown stops. Too short to pop there, and here comes the Gold All-Stars the other way. Roberson up top. Lewis says, my bad. He wanted to finish that above the rim, but it's the same deuce anyway, young man. 26-32. Gold All-Stars making some noise. McMillan, first three-pointer or shot that young man's missed in quite a while. So here comes Lewis bringing it the other way. Tell you what, number 20, Kenneth Lewis, has scored 3 buckets, and each one of them seemed very Cool Breeze-like as far as his body language while it happened. Not happy with himself for trying to flush that one too strong, but picking up the pieces and having his back. Christopher Roberson takes that deuce and adds a triple to go with it. Brown with it. It's a 1-point game. For those that had the popcorn ready, you've gotten what you wanted to see as Lamont West denies that one. As Brown tried to put him in a highlight reel for after the game, Lamont West was not having it. Thurman taking it right at the defender, has it partially blocked. Good defense there on the inside. That was number 22, Dante Banks, representing McNair. Like what I'm seeing. You're seeing players attacking, looking to put fellas in the rim. And obviously on the flip side, you're seeing some of the guys that refuse to go that route. Should make for some very interesting play throughout this one. So you've got a 1-point game, just under 5 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Tyrell Johnson has it, guarded by West. A lot of length there. Gotta kick it up top, swing it around. Count that one, number 32, Jerome Hammett, representing the Clarkston Angoras. Coach Julius Thompson and the crew do a great job over there, as Hammett does what he was able to do well for them this season, knocking down that triple, making it a 35-31 game. Gamon Boykin, no shortness of energy for that young man here in this one. So he gets a trip to the free throw line. Gets the first free throw to go. Those that are familiar with the Miller Grove program, 6 straight state championships, had that streak snapped this past year in a tough loss on the road to Warner Robins. But 6 straight is 6 straight. Got to respect that program. Kudos to Warner Robins being able to end what some thought would be a never-ending streak. Gamon Boykin flushes that one down. Here's Johnson taking it right at the defense. I believe Lamont West got a piece of that. Either way, they stopped him from scoring. West looking to push. Wolverine to Wolverine as West the assist. Boykin with the finish. 35-37, so now the Gold All-Stars have taken the lead. Hammett nowhere to go on that shot. Roberson had it in his hand for a second, but Tyrell Johnson tips it out. Good looking shot there from number 1. That's Tamir Pierce. Pierce did a great job creating that shot. It was Marquise Matheson, the Chamblee Bulldog, with the rebound and the finish there. Johnson, he's been calling for the 3 ball the past couple possessions. Can't get that one to go off the glass. Roberson over to During. During has it stripped away. Right out to Boykin. Up top. I don't think Boykin plans on letting anybody finish a dunk if he's anywhere in the vicinity. You can appreciate the hustle. That's just part of what happens. He's definitely going in there amongst the trees, and you know you can make a good play, but you can also risk some of what we've seen a lot of tough defensive players risk. Kind of puts you in the mindset of a Brandon Knight when they lobbed that one up to DeAndre Jordan. Not saying he's been in that scenario, but I think whether it's an Alonzo Mourning or Patrick Ewing, whatever the case may be, when you protect the rim, you just make yourself susceptible to getting dunked on. That's just what happens, but the good defenders don't care about that. It's all about the hustle, not about the cool. Lamont West using both there. Hustle to get the step, cool breeze finish. Little finger roll off the glass, 37-41 ball game. Little bit of razzle-dazzle, getting to the cup, unable to finish. Rebound pulled down. Here's Matheson coming the other way. Kicks it to the corner. Boykin gonna try the 3-pointer. Too strong on the shot. Gotta appreciate what Boykin's energy has done for this game, though. He's come out on 10. And the pace of the game has reflected that as Johnson gets the rebound. A little bit of a smack, still able to finish. Gotta love the wingspan on that young man. He can play ball here, still be able to reach back to Stevenson. During with a flush, or a layup, I should say. If you've seen him jump, you can easily see why I would assume that would be a dunk as soon as you see him take flight. Hammett scoring this one inside the perimeter. He makes it a 41-43 game. Still a 2-point lead for the Gold All-Stars. As We'll have a quick timeout. Believe it's for a couple substitutes. Boykin with it up top. Still trying to get going from outside. Mission accomplished. Boykin splashes that three-pointer. You know what happens when some players lose the headband. LeBron lost it a couple years ago in the playoffs and went off. Boykin took the headband off, splashes a three-pointer as soon as he did. Drops the pass off, and During with the finish. I like it, Boykin, I like it. That young man has come out here and hustled this entire game and has had a direct hand in the last 5 points for the Gold All-Stars as well. First he got a three-pointer. Then we see him here dropping the pass off, and During with the finish. (41-48) game. Got caught in no man's land there, did Matson. Wasn't sure whether he wanted to dunk it or lay it up. Still a 7-point game. Here's During with it. Wide open shot for Turner. He passes a good shot up for a better shot. Went for the mid-range there. Matson gonna try the three-pointer. During with the rebound. During has been hustling. Gets the three ball to go as well. So that is going to send us into halftime. Appreciate you joining us here on SUVtv. We'll be back with the second half of the DeKalb County All-Star Game. And welcome back here to Miller Grove High School as we get ready to bring you the second half of this one. That ball's going to be out of bounds. I believe it was last touched by the Blue All-Stars. So it will be Gold All-Stars ball. So you can see a little bit of token pressure being applied, so they come back to get it. Turner with the nice spin move in the finish. Great job of setting that move up by Tyon Turner out of Redan. Move head coach Greg Woods would appreciate. Boykin, he's been the 5-hour energy of this game. He's been all over the place. Snatches the rebound down, kicks it out. Three-pointer knocked down there by number 5. That's Kashawn Warren from Lithonia. McMillan, he had a hot start to the first half. That mid-range splash shows he's on the same mission here in the second half as well, as he makes it a 43-56 game. West with the wraparound pass to Boykin. A familiar face there for him, and Boykin finishes the deuce, pushing the Gold All-Stars up. They currently lead by 15. When really it was the Blue All-Stars that led early on, as we see Lamont West take that one coast to coast and finish. McMillan still cooking. He is still cooking. Started it off with the mid-range, gets another 3 to go. Here's Turner, guarded by Johnson. Kick it up to Boykin. Boykin over to During. One of the high flyers here in this game, but showing that he's not just a one-trick pony by any means. Got his second three-pointer of the game. You cannot leave McMillan open. I'm here with headsets and khakis on, and I know you can't leave that young man open. Blocked there by Henry. Turner saves it. Tipping it over to Boykin. Boykin goes to the ground to get it. Bounce pass to Turner, who misses. During has that tip dunk attempt out of the way, and here's McMillan with the flush. Boy, McMillan, he's scoring in a variety of ways. However you want it, he's giving it to you. Three-pointers, mid-ranges. The dunk there. Stop and pops off the mark, but Bryce Brown there with the follow above the rim. Bryce is nice, ladies and gentlemen. No surprise there. Bruce Pearl's going to get a good one as we see Deshaun During bring his high-flying act into the second half as well. McMillan, he's the hot hand. Misses that one. Tyrell Johnson just short on the tip dunk attempt. Turner getting some moves and nods from the crowd, as he had people from age 4 to age 45 moving around there with that bevy of moves. Had the shot partially blocked. Here's Henry. West all alone, and he hits him with the 360 finish. Boykin misses. During with the finish. This game was already well worth the price of admission, but it's really taken a step up here over the past couple minutes. As Johnson goes to the free throw line. Going to take a quick second to look at one of those replays. For those that missed it, Henry missed his last dunk, but he didn't miss this one in the dunk contest. Johnson at the free throw line. It's a 16-point advantage for the Gold All-Stars. That free throw bounces around and finally decides to trickle down. Sean During looking to inbound. Quick steal and finish here on the other end. That's Pierce, Tymeir Pierce. Pierce had a nice little move and mid-range J in the first half. Trying to get his second straight steal there on that play. During able to chase it down. During gonna try to get another three-pointer. This one off the mark. Rebound pulled down, pass ahead. McMillan with the easy deuce. Pulls the blue All-Star, still within 11. That one gets stuck. We'll get a quick replay in while they bring it down. This one by none other than Lamont West. They played some hard defense in this one. That time the defender says, you know what, I'll pass up the opportunity to be in your poster, young man. So Lamont West flushes that one down, and we're back to the action. Up top, another easy finish for West. We're looking at the direction that this game is headed in with the Gold All-Stars up. And West has been the right direction for him so far here in this second half. Nice work there on the offensive glass. Levi Thomas picking up the pieces and getting the deuce as a result. Roberson creeping along the baseline there. Now he gets it out to Boykin. Boykin, jump step, leaves it just short. Thomas with the rebound. Now he gets it over to Dante Banks. Three from the corner, count it. Jake Rogers out of Dunwoody. Plays for Coach Buck Jenkins. The baseline move by West. Can't get the shot to go. I'm always a fan of those nice nifty moves along the baseline. We can all remember that one that Michael Jordan did against the Knicks, where he went left, had it cut off, faked like he was going back out, and then spun baseline and yammed it on Patrick Ewing, as he did so many times. But then I think we also saw that move along the baseline by Stephen Curry a couple days ago. If you didn't see it, you got to Google it and watch it, as he put Chris Paul on skates. That shot short. It's a 10-point game. The Gold All-Stars lead. Boykin, guarded by Thomas. He'll try the three. And knock it down, Gamon Boykin. Boykin, as he puts up that signal that we've seen James Harden throwing up all season, says he's cooking. Thomas has that one blocked. They get it ahead to During. During! Skies ahead for another one. Good contortionist impression there by Boykin, as he's able to twist around and get that one to go. As Hammett was going to have to earn that one. You had West looking to pin it, and Boykin, who's been everywhere in this game, looking to get it as well. free throw coming up for Hammett. The Clarkston and Gores hit a 3 earlier in this game. We're going to look back at another one of the replays here. This time is McMillan. Jalen McMillan, he's been feeling it this entire game. Yet another 3-ball for him. We'll love to see what his point total is at the end of this one. He's really vying for MVP honors at this point. Nice work on the offensive glass. Follow-up attempt blocked out of bounds. Silky 3 knocked down there by Tymere Pierce. He's been smooth. He's got others involved. He's really been patient. He's kind of let his opportunities come to him. But he's shown he's a smooth operator out there. Step back jumper, no good. Pierce gets it off. And that one's off the mark. So we look back at a couple of the other great plays there from that third quarter. You see this one. The shot's off the mark. Somebody didn't box out. And Bryce Brown says you got to be more careful when it comes to that, as he yams that one with 2, does a chin up on the rim. War Eagles got to be happy to get that young man. And then before we could even really get back the other way, Desham During, who's lived above the rim this entire time, getting a couple complaints from Hartsfield Jackson for this young man. He gets another dunk. So we are ready to get the fourth quarter started. Nice pass inside, and Henry knows what to do with that one. Fella like that gets that low. Henry's going to cash in. Tips the rebound. This should be a very good fourth quarter, as it's an 11-point game. Bryce Brown drops it off. Finish on the inside, able to weave through the defense. Chris Jones of Stone Mountain. There's Matheson up top. That shot just short. Lewis with the rebound, kicks it out up top. 2 for $1 sale on threes. That one's off the mark as well. Henry gets tied up there with number 15. There from Redan. So Kai Owens. Owens gets the step, tried the wraparound pass. It was thwarted. Here's Thurman. He can hit that 3-ball. Can't get that one to go. Here's Pierce. Lays it in. I don't think Pierce has missed a shot in this game. He's only shot 5 or 6 times, but he's knocked down every one. He's hit the 3. He's hit the mid-range as well. Gets the fast break layup there. Nice dish. Assist there by Owens. Owens with a nice pass for the Raiders. But that one was finished inside by Thurman. It's a 9-point game. Owens up top, gets it over to Matheson. Matheson thought he was going to make Brown pay for the gamble. He's able to pick up the pieces, and that's the Ryan Thurman that we know. As the Southwest DeKalb partner splashes that one through. Southwest DeKalb Panther, I should say, again. He's got the ball on a string. There does Pierce. Misses his first shot of the game. And by that, for those that are just joining us, the first shot he's missed, not the first shot he's taken. So he's been able to score on a cluster of moves. 12-point game now. McMillan off the mark on the 3-ball. Kai Owens with the rebound, gets it ahead to Thurman. Thurman gets the layup to go. He was worried for a second. Thought he got caught in no man's land and missed the layup, but he gets it. Talk about a stop and splash there, Bryce Brown. McMillan with the rebound, weaving through traffic. Easy lay in there. Three-pointer off the mark. Rebound by Pierce. Ahead to McMillan. McMillan, he's missed his past couple three-pointers, so you know he was due there with the clip that he shot him at. He's made a very high percentage of his shots in this one. He's easily got to have a 20-piece nugget. Nice take there, Kenneth Lewis, Cedar Grove Saint. Brown, guarded by Matheson. Kicks it over to McMillan. How are you giving that young man that much space with the way he's shooting the ball? McMillan keeps shooting, saying, okay, you fellas don't believe fat meat is greasy. I can show you. Brown able to line that one up, can't get it to go. The Blue All-Stars have pulled to within 5. Shot left short. During able to pick up the pieces. Mont West gets back and knocks that one off. He has it stolen away. Brown drops it off to Henry. Henry catches the bullet pass. Fall away jumper. Bounces around and goes down. So we'll have a timeout here. Back from the timeout. It is a 3-point game. Boykin loses the handle. Brown guarded by During. Pull up three off the mark. Thomas working hard. He gets the three-point play the hard way. Levi Thomas out of Columbia. The type of hustle expected by a Kerry Sanderford coach team. He makes it a 90-91 game. Good on the free throw. So we are tied at 91. Tell you what, Gamon Boykin can get from point A to point B very quickly. That's an understatement. Gold All-Stars looking to inbound it. They get it into Turner. Turner with the floater. He's going to be called for the offensive foul, stepping in and taking the charge, Jalen McMillan. Nice bucket inside there for the Blue All-Stars. Makes it a 93-91 game. They've got a 2-point advantage. The pendulum has swung back in their favor as we approach the 2-minute mark. Boykin knocking down a big jumper there for the Gold All-Stars. Pierce kicks it over to Thomas. Thomas, that pass intended for Pierce. Somebody got a hand on it. They'll come the other way. During able to lay it in. DeChamp During with another bucket makes it 93-95. Young man's played great today. Pierce, nice pass to Henry. Henry going to be fouled by Turner. You think this is just an all-star game where nobody cares about the final score? That is incorrect. One, you look at the fabric of the players that are playing, but then you also look at that last foul by Turner. Solid foul. He definitely understands that one of the ticky-tack variety will probably end up with Henry still being able to finish through the contact. Does enough to make sure he's not able to get that three-point play. Sends him to the free throw line. It's a 94-95 game. 1-point advantage for the Gold All-Stars. West off the mark on the shot. Here's Pierce. McMillan. Jalen McMillan with the Ramstrong move inside. Coach Whiting at Arabia Mountain has a talented player on his hands there. So he makes it a 96-95 game. Can't get the free throw to go, so still a one-possession ball game, obviously. During weaving through traffic. This is the Boykin, and coach wants a timeout. So while they take that timeout, we'll look back at some of these top plays here in the second half. You can see the football pass ahead to Lamont West. Lamont West is by himself. You look at the inside the rim dunk cam there. So he hits him with the 360. You're headed west, you're headed in the right direction. Let's take a look at another one. This one, Bryce Brown. Now, this is what you call stop and pop. That's how you make the Nets drop. Bryce Brown, the Auburn commit. The silky shot there. And it looks like we've got time for one more. Brown's going to kick it over to the man of the hour, none other than Jalen McMillan. With the way he shot the ball, I can't understand why they're giving him any kind of cushion. So he knocks that one down. And we are back to the game itself. 1-point advantage now for the Blue All-Stars. They get it over to Boykin. Boykin up top. During. Great set. Great call out of the timeout. Got the shot that they wanted. During leaves it just short. The Blue All-Stars going to run a little bit of clock. Now they get it in the hands of McMillan. McMillan going to get called for the travel. That was the correct call. So the the Gold All-Stars have life. Turner has it. This is to Boykin. Boykin for three, off the mark. Brown's going to pull it out of there. We'll see if they foul, try to extend the game. As this crowd is into it, looked like Brown might have got a little bit of contact on the attempted back tap there. As you can see, the fans are into this one. They're going to rule it off of Bryce Brown, so the Gold All-Stars will get the ball back with 10.1 seconds left on the clock. We've seen how masterful Jalen McMillan has been this entire game. A lot of it has been from the outside. Let's look at this last instant replay, seeing him get a three-point play the hard way. Taking it right at Lamont West, eating the contact, laying it up with the opposite hand. We look into the Gold All-Stars huddle. The play that they drew up worked to perfection. They're on their last possession, unable to finish on the alley-oop. Was during, but I can imagine he might be a little tired with the way he's flown this entire game. He has it in his hands now. Gets it to West. West with the fall away jumper off the glass. It won't fall in. That will do it. The Blue All-Stars hold on here at Miller Grove for the DeKalb County All-Star Game, the men's division. We appreciate you joining us here on SUVtv. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at SUVtv and on Instagram as well.